welcome back to Design Basics. Today I thought that I would show you a card using the Mostly Vintage stencil that's coming out in the new summer mini catalog that begins on May 1st. And then I'm also going to group that with the new Smooch Spritz, it's called. This one is the log cabin color. And I also have the white, I'm forgetting what it's called, but it's the white one. I thought these two would be good ones to start with to try out. The thing you need to remember about these is you need to give them a really good shake before you use them. And you also need to spray inside of a box or some sort of a contained area. And I'm going to start out with a piece of craft cardstock. My stencil. The one thing I did learn, I've only done this once, so we're kind of learning at the same time, is that I need to put my, wherever I don't put my stencil, for example, if I don't cover this, then it's going to overspray and I'm going to end up with a line up there. And this is going to spray onto the back, which is not such a big deal. Maybe I'll just shoot for the center this time. I'm looking at my little marks on either side because I know that that's the distance in between the two. So let's try to get a little bit better centered from top to bottom. Now, what I had thought, you know what, let's just make it simple this time. I'm just going to spray straight onto here with the log cabin. Now, one tip for you is if your little nozzle gets clogged, you can just take this off and soak it in some dish soap and water, just any kind of an all-purpose type cleaner. So I'm just going to give this a couple sprays. I haven't used this one, I've only used the white. So the farther away I am, the finer the mist is going to be, and the closer I am, then the heavier it's going to be. And this is just going to kind of soak in to your cardstock. If I can get this off without getting it all over me. And see, it oversprays to the back. And that doesn't really bother me, actually, since it did that, because I left my card open. I'm just going to give it another little bit of a spray. We'll just complete the whole look. And I'll probably go back and do some more on the back. But I'll flip it over. So let's take this out. Ooh, nice. Okay, I'm going to dry this and then I will come back. Okay, I'm back, and I decided I was going to make that a single layer card, but I decided to go ahead and cut that down. I cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and I went ahead and I spritzed a little bit more on the outside edges. It was just too plain, otherwise you had too much of a contrast for me. And I also went back in, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I also used a little bit of the white. Now, what I thought I would do, just to give it a little more texture, because I'm not really going to go overboard with any more stamping, is I'm going to use this new Textured Impression folder, and this one is called Textured Impressions Square Lattice. Okay, so I'm going to use this one, and I'm actually, now that it's stamped, I'm going to run the whole thing through, just like this. Remember, your printing goes on the top, and I'll be right back. What I think is neat about this, now that it has the spritz on it, is it looks like burlap, which I tend to like. So, neat. I like that. Now, one other thing I thought I would do, just to add a little bit of more depth and dimension, is I'm going to take a sponge, excuse me, and I'm going to use some chocolate chip ink, because that's pretty close to the color of the Smooch spray. And I'm just going to do a little bit of sponging here and there around the edges. It's going to add a little bit more color and rusticness to it. And you don't have to do it all. You could even add a little bit to the center if you wanted that to be a little bit, have a little bit more depth. Just like that. It darkens it up a little. Okay. Put that aside. And maybe we'll do a little bit of a embellishment. I think I have some Bashful Blue buttons over here. So I'm just going to tie this in a knot. I thought I cut that too short. That'll work. Okay. Now that I have the blue ribbon, I'm almost wishing I had a layer of the Bashful Blue cardstock. Oh well, I'll keep that in mind for next time. Scoop this over like that. And I'm going to take my little tag, and from the Teeny Tiny Wishes, I was looking for a little word. These are actually a little bit smaller than I thought they would be, and they would be great to put individual letters on. They'd be fun on a scrapbook page. But I'm hoping that this hello will fit, and it should fit. I thought it'd be fun just to use the hello. So this is not a baby card, just wanted to say hello. I'm just inking this up with my chocolate chip marker. This is when those new clear block stamps would come in really handy. Just gonna hold my string up out of the way. Sorry if my head gets in the video. I just want to make sure this is inside the silver ring. There we go. Okay, so fun little hello. You could even stamp this on both sides if you're worried about it flipping over. I'm just thinking about my button. Let me grab a, see how small of a blue button I have. This is the little sherbet designer buttons. I could run that thread up through that button. I think I'll do that. I'm going to have to cut this anyway in order to tie it on. And what I'll do is I'll grab the glue dot. Boy, you guys are really getting to see my whole thought process here. It's been a while since I've stamped. Just going to use my scissors. Put a glue dot on. I'm going to fold it in half so those holes are still exposed. Otherwise I'll never get my ribbon through there. Okay. Run my thread. So there we have our little hello with our little button, and now I'm just going to tie it on. And if you want, actually, if you don't love where it hangs, then you can put a little glue dot on it. Then you can keep it in place as well. So I'm just going to cut the rest of those strings off. Give this a little snug up. And there you have it. Just a little hanging hello tag. I may go back and put a layer of Bashful Blue under that. I think I will. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I also have a 1/16 of an inch border of the chocolate chip. And here's my ribbon that I just slid off. Just give it a little bend. Then you can slide that under there. Because we tied that square knot, I have the ability to tighten it back up. And there we have it. So, I hope you like it, and I'll have a picture on my blog, and I'll see you next time for more design basics. Bye!